Most women go there and join them out of their own free will. And unlike what you hear on mainstream media, they are not lured, nor are they coerced. This is a choice that is made by them, because usually it is made after they encounter extreme personal circumstances, like a crisis, a personal crisis, as well as socio-economic and political grievances that lead them to do this. And once they embark on this soul-searching journey and they find ISIS and they join ISIS, it's usually emotional factors like the feeling of acceptance, like the false pretense and the very fake female empowerment that is presented to them by Islamists or by Islam, which does not exist.
It is now well known that there is no mercy among the terrorists of ISIS. Often the men in areas they overrun are viciously murdered. But the women suffer a fate that may be worse than death.
The suffering of the Yazidi people, indelible images of men, women, and children reaching up for help, food, water, blankets, dropped on the Sinjar mountain by helicopters, many of them American. But help didn't reach everyone. In the refugee camps of northern Iraq, we met survivors of the horror that went on in the village of Kuchu. Its people, seen here in better times, couldn't reach the mountain, so they were still in the village when ISIS arrived. When they took the men, we didn't know how many were going to be killed, says 19-year-old Farida, who didn't want her face to be shown. In fact, ISIS killed almost all of the men, but they had other plans for the women. They were grabbed by the hundreds and sold off to ISIS fighters as the spoils of war. ISIS is reviving the barbaric tradition of the slave trade, proudly showing its fighters in this ISIS video discussing the Yazidi women they're about to buy. We showed Farida the video. She instantly recognized the men. I saw that one, and this guy, she said. I don't know their names, but I saw them. She saw them laughingly inspecting more than 80 Yazidi girls, picking out the ones they wanted. All of the girls were screaming and crying because they didn't want to go with them, she says, so they beat the girls and dragged them away by force. Farida was raped repeatedly for 3 months. They sold me from one man to the next, she says. The ordeal was even harder for the younger ones. They raped girls who were 9, 10 years old, or even 8, she says. They would say the older ones know something about men, while the younger ones know nothing.